Hello, people. All you good people of YouTube and of this earth, please listen to me and wake up. Alright? Our government is lying to us and has been lying to us about so many things. Like 9/11 and their involvement with it. This latest thing to get our interest going again because it was such a lull in the action over 10 years of warring, okay? Warring with these so-called evil, and they are, people that want to take us out, and basically they don't care about themselves. I call them lunch meat bombs, the way they strap these bombs to themselves and just walk into a crowd, and as long as they can take as many as they can get wrapped around them in a crowd, they don't care. They just don't care about their lives. My main thing I want to get you to do, though, is to search YouTube. YouTube is just an unbelievable wealth, a treasure trove of information. We're talking real-time interviews with people going back, way back, from when they had, the things being filmed. And especially I'm getting to like the Kennedy, assassination and the things that went on there, okay? And I just want you to wake up, man. It's like we're somehow been lulled into sleep here, and we're just being snowed, and we're letting everything go by us. Okay, we're just letting the government just lead us along, and we're buying anything they say, basically. And okay, sometimes we put up a little bit of a fight, the few that do, and that, okay, that think they can make a difference, and then they give up so fast. But become informed. YouTube is loaded with anything you want to find out. Just punch in the words on the search bar, okay? Cover up on, President Kennedy's assassination, setup in Dealey Plaza, Oswald, the Patsy, many things, okay? It's just unbelievable. For instance, they have the actual footage of them searching for, by the way, this is probably going to take more than one video. They have actual footage of them finding the real-time footage of when they actually were searching for, in the school book depository, for the rifle that Oswald supposedly used. Okay, I don't believe he even fired a rifle that day. He was, as he said, a patsy, and once things hit the fan, he knew he had to go find a place to think this out. Okay, that's what I think. I think he may have brought the rifle to the party, but I don't think he fired it. As a matter of fact, if you do some searching, the chief of police was asked twice, again, real-time interview by a reporter, and the reporter asked the chief, did Oswald fire a rifle? And the chief said, Oswald fired a gun. But did he fire a rifle? Oswald fired a gun. Okay? How's that grab you? People, please wake up. Please. Okay? Another thing with the, I'm glancing over it a bit, but the Twin Towers and that whole setup there with 9/11. The way the beams were cut with thermite and thermate. These are explosives that will cut through steel no matter how thick it is. It'll cut through it like it's melted butter already. It cuts right through it. It's so hot that it's just unbelievable. It's unbelievable. And it was used in them buildings. You could see it in some of the films. Again, search YouTube, people. Please wake up and please search. This YouTube has got so much information. If you just type in some search words on the search bar, please use it. Okay? Those buildings were falling at the speed of gravity. Okay? Speed of gravity. Take a ball and just hold it up in your hand and drop it. And that's how fast the buildings were falling. There was no resistance at all because explosives were going off in lower floors to let the buildings fall at the speed of gravity, to take away the resistance. That was the thermite and thermate cutting the beams, and also other explosives to blow the main beams and structure apart as it was falling. You can see it in the films. You'll see the puffs of smoke and stuff like that as the buildings were falling. And how about Building 7? Didn't fall for, what was it? Another, I don't know, basically about another 10 hours later. And it had basically nothing wrong with it. Basically nothing wrong. Look it up. Look it up. All of a sudden, the building owner himself used the term, pull it. Now, that's a term only used in demolition, with demolition experts. He gave them the order to pull it, because the fire people said it was an unsafe building. There was basically nothing wrong with it, okay? It had some small fires in it, but nothing. It was in great shape, this building, okay? And yet, he gave the order to pull it, and that building fell at the speed of gravity. It fell in like, 7 seconds, 10 seconds. All right? Just unbelievable. And the jets, okay? Some witnesses said the jets had no windows on the sides of them. And one had like basically a greenish blue ring on the nose of it. It looked like a definite military jet. Also had a long tube underneath the belly of the jet, and that's where you see in some videos a flash just before the jet hits the building, which would be whatever was in that canister tube underneath the jet going off. I would say a missile. You gotta check it out. This way, the missile would be blowing a hole into the building, allowing the jet to penetrate much, much deeper. And you can see how on films how deep they did and caused much more damage. All right, and definitely the government was definitely involved with that stuff like that. And take Flight 93, okay? Check it out. It was on YouTube. That jet was, and it's definitely Flight 93 was in, I think they said Dayton, Ohio, on the ground at the exact same time that it had crashed in the ground in Pennsylvania. It was being searched, okay, in Ohio. I think it was Dayton, Ohio. It was being searched at the exact same time it crashed into the ground in Pennsylvania. That's impossible, and you know that, and I know that. Look it up. It's on YouTube, okay? Okay, and you know, the President Bush just wanted to get us, you know, in the war with you know, Hussein there, you know, because they're throwing death threats at one another and shit like that, and you know, and along comes this WMD there, weapons of mass destruction. They never found any, did they, people? All right, but it was enough to get us over there and get us going, and then they're able to bring in Bin Laden. He starts to appear after they basically used up Hussein and that there, you know, and they got, you know, now they're after Bin Laden. Okay, now he's the bad guy. All right, and so now, you know, they go after him and stuff like that. Again, people, it's all on YouTube. All you gotta do is do the search on the search bar. And I gotta cut off now, but I'll be putting up another part 2, okay? So hang in there with me. All right. Peace and God bless you all.